good morning. Welcome to another episode of Jake's Bounty. That's right. We're in my car today, running a few errands. So I thought, hey, why not take you guys for the ride, all right? So it is July the 28th, 2021. Let's go ahead and get things started. I'm in my car. Okay. That was King's X with their song Summerland from their Best Of album back released in 1997. We'll hear more from them later on once again as the show progresses, all right? So let's go ahead right now and thank the sponsors. We've got Turner and Hooch with Tom Hanks right here. That's right, Tom Hanks. I think Reginald Vell Johnson's dad from Family Matters. Hopefully you're old enough to remember that. Great time, Family Matters. But here I'm talking about Turner and Hooch, okay? Tom Hanks stars in it as this cop, and he's paired with this dog, and goes on from there. Just chaos ensues. And you can get a Ray's video, only $1, 7-day rental, and it's in honor of Turner and Hooch now becoming a TV series with that kid, Josh Peck. You know, not one Drake and Josh, not Drake Bell, the one that's, well, he should be in prison for what he did, but he's 10 years probation. What are you going to do? But I'm talking about Josh Peck. He's cool, you know. He's going to be, I guess, Turner, right? And then the Hooch, I don't know who plays Hooch. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. You can go get this at Ray's Bounty for $1, 7-day rental, all right? I'm going to also remind you, get chapstick. My lips are all full of crap and gunk and who else knows what. Get the corner. There we go. You don't want to see this. Okay. Let's go to the news, though. A 60-year-old man dies in a motorcycle accident. Still got crap. Okay. All right, you have to bear with me. I got crap on my lip. Okay. A 60-year-old man dies in a motorcycle accident in Clovis, California. This happened Sunday. Blake Youngberg, age 60. 1 p.m. near Shaw and Cole Avenue. Unclear what the cause, what made him have a collision and crash. Fresno eviction program begins. People facing unlawful eviction can now ask city for free legal help. If you'd like to apply, go and see their website, Fresno Eviction Program, okay? Southbound Highway 99 is now fully reopened in Fresno County following a semi-crash truck. The guy hit the center divider, causing trailer to overturn. There was nothing in the trailer, and this happened Bethel Avenue between Selma and Kingsburg. Trailer was empty. But the diesel fuel started leaking onto the road, all right? They're trying to determine what caused this accident. The driver suffered minor injuries, okay? All right, teen accused of killing father, as well as his brother, faces possible death penalty, okay? 18-year-old Robert Cotter, accused of double murder in May, killing off his father and brother. First he said that his father had killed his brother, and then that his father killed himself. But when the evidence proved otherwise, I was going to say proved otherwise, he confessed. He's in jail right now, and his bail is at $3 million, okay? Sequoia Brewing appeals judge's decision to allow Tower Theater sale to reinstate a block. They want to reinstate the block because they don't want to have it sold to Adventure Church. There's some legalities, I guess, that things were stepped over, lines were stepped over, and I guess Sequoia Brewing saying, hey, foul, we want you to impose a injunction. So we'll see what happens. I'll give you guys some updates as soon as it happens. Hopefully, I'm going to a concert there in December. Yingvang Momstein. Is that right? I don't know. If it's wrong, go ahead and put in the comments below. I'm going to see him in December, and I'll let you know, guys, about that, all right? Okay, right now, I want to go ahead and do a scene that you never saw from Turner and Hooch. I'm going to reenact it, and I'm going to go ahead and do the scene. I'm going to play Tom Hanks, obviously. And here I go. This is a scene from Turner and Hooch that you never saw. Here we go. Hooch, you're an animal. Yeah, get over here. I want to do you in the butt. Yeah, doggy style. Oh, that's what they call it, doggy style. Now I get it. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're such a good dog. Good boy. Good boy. And that's how the movie would have been if it was Turner and Hooch X-rated, okay? Well, unfortunately, they didn't do that. Tom Hanks didn't have that far of range and could only do certain things, like yell it really loud and just always act frazzled. But if you want it, the original Turner and Hooch, here it is, and you can go ahead and get it right now. Raise video, just $1. Like I said, 7-day rental. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead right now and talk about the Olympics. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Olympics, but if you have been, good for you. The Olympics has always been a crazy time. There's always been crazy things happening around the Olympics. Just this last year, we were supposed to have it in 2020. Now we're going to have it in 2021, but we're still calling it Tokyo 2020. My mom's like, what the hell is this about? Why are they calling it the Olympics 2020 when it's actually 2021? I was like, Mom, they didn't do it last year. They wanted to, but they couldn't because of the pandemic. And I explained it to her. She's like, that's just stupid. So anyway, there's been a lot of events around the Olympics, whether it's blood doping, whether it's people getting hit in the leg, like Nancy Kerrigan and the whole Tanya Harding thing, or the Greg Louganis when he jumped into the pool and he hit his head on the concrete and he had AIDS and it went into the pool and everybody was all like scared and shit, like, oh, I'm gonna get AIDS. Or what really was crazy was back in 1996, John DuPont. That's right, we're gonna talk about the John DuPont story on the What the Fuck story. What the Fuck Wednesdays. John DuPont was an Olympic, he had his own little team, basically, because he was so rich. The DuPont company does chemicals for pesticides, most likely for Raid and other shit like that. Anyway, he had his own, like, sports Olympic team, okay, that he was heading. And he'd always wanted to be a wrestler, not a professional wrestler, but like amateur wrestling, like Olympic wrestling, and he even tried to do it at his own age, and had it set up to where he'd face certain people and win. So it was all like a setup, you know. Anyway, he had his own little Olympic team, and he had recruited David Schultz as well as his brother Mark Schultz, who had both done well. Feels like I'm having like an ant crawl me and shit. Who had both done well in wrestling. David Schultz even had gotten a gold medal in wrestling back in 1984. All right. So John DuPont was always a little like, woohoo, but he started using cocaine, and he always had a big ego and thought very highly of himself. And he also was noticing how the Schultz brothers, Mark especially, were wanting to get away from him and wanting to break away and no longer work for him or with him at all. And the writing was on the wall. So one day, John DuPont actually went down to, he went down to David Schultz's house. They lived on the same farm as the DuPont people did. So it was a big old farm that the Schultz brother lived on. So John DuPont goes down there with like one of his, not a goon, but somebody from like his like, you know, team or crew or whatever you want to call it. And he drives over there and he shoots David Schultz, just like gets up and just shoots him right there. And he ends up dying. And John DuPont ends up being guilty. He's found guilty, but he's also found mentally ill. And And so they put him 3 to 30 years is the term they give him. And in 2010, I think 17 years into his sentence, he passed away from COPD, compulsive pulmonary disease. So crazy stuff. You can go see the movie Foxcatcher. Great movie. Has Steve Carell plays John DuPont, Channing Tatum. I don't know which brother he plays, but he's also in it. I think Mark Ruffalo is in it. Very good movie. A little long, but then again, you know, some things are good when they're a little long. Get it? You know. Okay. Anyway, you can watch the movie. There's many documentaries on YouTube, and I think there's like, I don't know, there's a cold case, a forensic, or this or that. But it's got to be on right now because it's the Olympics, and it's appropriate for that time. And just a crazy what the fuck story, huh? Well, that's going to do it for us today on Jake's Bounty. I'm going to show you my cans real quick. First, I want to show you this guy I found. I found him 2 weeks ago. Keep on putting it off, but here it is. Platinum Husan 8 SMA tequila. Am I saying that right? Have you guys had this kind of tequila? And if you have, let me know if it's any good, all right? This is what I found on my bounty. I'm going to show you my cans, all right? And before I do that, I want to say you guys have a good rest of the day. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. All right, now I'm going to show you my cans. First, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Jake's Bounty was filmed at Fornicate Yourself Records Production, 2021. You can follow his Facebook, his channel, his website. Give him a like, ring that bell, and please subscribe. Now let's go look at my cans. Oh. All right. So here we are. Lovely Kingsburg, and here's my cans. Got a Gatorade, Life water, because you know water and life go together. Then we got Kirkland water, Bang, King Omega's favorite, Monster, and a water. So that's gonna do it for us today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, you guys, good rest of the day.